having. Okay, starting.
So why your video is frozen, Mike?
It's probably because Chrome crashed on me. Let me. Here, if I stop it, start it. There we go. Sometimes my machine thinks it has no memory, even though it has like a couple, 3 gig of memory left. Okay, it's preparing. It says it's preparing the live stream.
So you're not really sitting in front of a Node logo, I guess.
No, I'm not. I just used it to cover up my background. Okay. It says my connection time. Let's try again. Okay, I'm still waiting for it to go live here. Come on.
It is live. I can see it on YouTube page, Mike.
Oh, it is live? Okay, so I guess if we're live, let's get started. So welcome to the benchmarking work group for April 9th, 2018. We'll follow our regular agenda. So first is announcements. Anybody have any announcements?
Nope.
Nope.
No, I don't.
No. Okay, so we only have a few issues on the agenda. The first one being discussion of submissions to Node Summit, JS Interactive, and NodeConf.eu. Just thought I added this one because the submission season is on, and if we want to submit any talks related to benchmarking, now is probably the time to do that. JS Interactive, I think it was going to be April 20th that it was closing, but it may have been extended. In either case, we still have time on all three of them, I think.
So I'm not going to be at JS Interactive, but NodeConf.eu, and I submitted a performance talk.
Okay.
We could also turn it into something else if you want to.
This was more, I don't have anything specific in mind. I was just wondering if we wanted to make sure that we got something on the benchmarking front up and submitted. Like, is there anything that we have that's interesting enough that we think we want to be like putting together a talk on?
I think the talk will be pretty boring with the stuff that we had recently.
Yeah, I wasn't, I didn't come up with a great idea myself, so I kind of agree. Unless we were trying to, get some public, like just trying to drum up interest, but I think we've done that the last couple. So, unless you guys have good ideas, I'm thinking maybe this time we'll leave it as is. If we come up with a great idea, we'll do something. Otherwise, maybe wait till next time and hope we have something more interesting to.
Yeah, we don't have any great insights yet from our benchmarking effort. I think that would have been nice to kind of present.
Right. Yeah, I still think it's definitely an area we should be talking about when we have something. I'd agree at this point we don't have anything interesting enough. So, okay, so I'm just going to comment, discussed in last meeting, don't think we have something interesting enough this cycle. We'll keep thinking, but may skip until next time. So I'm just going to close that. Okay. The next one is footprint increase. I think we touched base quickly on that before the last meeting. So I think there's a fix coming for that. We just need to kind of wait for that to come through the cycle. So it was good work to identify the issue there, and something's on its way. I think that's about all there is to say on that one. 202. Require perf cache much lower. I don't think anybody's had a chance to take a look at that. So I don't know. We have too much to talk about that one.
So what does that even mean? That means require performance went down?
Yeah, it would be that basically if you require something that was already required before, it takes the performance of that decreased significantly.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, now let's open here. I'll take the chart and I'll try and share. We'll see what happens here. My machine seems to be a little unhappy.
Yeah, oh man, it's going from Node 6 to Node 8.
Right, so basically, whoa. I guess, yeah. So basically, it's a huge decrease from 6 to 8.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I do know that there was some optimization that I think we turned on and then decided we had to turn off at some point. And maybe that was backported to 8, right? Because if we look at the charts, like, master and 8.x were much higher, but, back in, when was that?
Wait, I need to download this.
August-ish, November-ish last year, there was a big decrease.
What? Oh, come on. Okay. So is there any way to automate this bisection a bit? It seems to be really tedious.
I don't know, Udom, did you find a good way there are some different tools out there for like pulling different Git commits and running tests. This is actually a fairly simple test to run.
Yeah, I have those. I just wrote a couple of scripts to do the last time. The same thing can be run to get to the bottom of this as well.
So do you have that all set up?
Yeah, I do have that set up on my machine.
So do you think you could run it on this one too? Because that would be
I just want to know. So what does it do? If you can, if you know, what does it do really? Well, so what do we measure here?
I'm going to stop sharing that screen. And I'm going to find the script that actually runs. So hold on, then I'll share that. This is
it about the require statement?
Yeah, it's require, and we run one which is like require something new, and then we do one which is require something which is like already, you've required it once.
Okay.
But I think actually here, let me go. Require, where are we? Okay, so I'm just gonna, I think I may be able to even just paste the code that runs there.
I can take a look at the code if that's going to take a long time, but I just want to know. So it is just a required statement and there's a regression with that.
Yeah, here, but yeah, so require perf, right here. This is the code that actually runs. And so you can go and look in that particular file, the Node API require perf.js.
Okay. Okay.
That's what we actually run, and that'll spit out the answer, and it's the require cached result that's down versus the new result.
Okay. So higher number is better, right? That's what it says.
Yeah, right. The more, it's like sort of how many times you run require within a particular time.
Yeah, but that's a huge decrease though, right? The number of hops per second.
Yeah, it's definitely huge. It's almost like a cache that we had was turned off, right?
Yeah, 324, yeah. 3663, okay. Okay, I'll take a look.
Okay.
You can, if there's a issue, you can assign it to me, or I'll definitely take a look at it.
Yep, I will assign the issue to you. Let's find that because it's okay. Okay, assigned to you. Great. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Add Ghost workload to the benchmarking. I think you were going to take that on.
Yeah, I'm going to take that on. I was just finishing up with another actual optimization in Node Core. I added this DPDK support, which accelerates the networking stack the way we use in Node.js. And I'm just last phase of the finishing up the sanity code sanity and sanitizing the code for the comments, adding the license text and all that. So once that is done, hopefully in a week's time, then I'll take that on.
Okay,
sure.
Sounds good. Okay, so that's all that we had on the agenda. I guess looping back to the earlier discussion about times, I wonder if like we've been scheduling these for every 2 weeks. I'm wondering if we need them every 2 weeks. We've missed a few, like would monthly be okay? Or, I mean, I don't know if that helps or makes it worse, and that, you know, then there's less meetings to try and make, right? But
yeah, I'm okay either way. I know it is harder for Ben, but
because I know a lot of the working groups, it's like monthly or every 3 weeks that they get together.
Well, TSC meets weekly now, I guess.
Yeah, TSC is weekly. That's sort of the exception.
Yeah, I don't know. Whenever I'm trying to plan this, it never works out.
Right.
It's just the worst time. So we had a one meeting at Google at this time that I had to attend.
Right.
It was really tough to make it. I had to be on site even. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know when you ask me now, hey, can you do it in 2 weeks? Then I'm like, yeah, okay, I put it on the calendar.
Sure.
This is
like, because right now we're alternating between this one on Monday and the similar at the same time, I think on Tuesdays, right?
Yep. I guess yeah, it's really hard to find a time otherwise that works for you guys. So maybe we just keep it like this, and I will try to make it. And if not, then I will post on my updates on the issue later. I haven't had any time to look into any of this right now. So I want to set up the promise benchmarks. Maybe something to note here. You raised the question earlier whether we should have benchmarks for promises. And I did this suite that I can share with everyone that we are using. I even added tests for async generators. There you go. Michael, you are muted. Try again. Michael?
Is there anybody? Oh, hey, Michael, can you hear us?
Michael, I see you're speaking, but I don't hear anything.
Yeah, we see you, but can't hear you.
Now we need to exercise lip reading. Oh, wait. You already mentioned that you cannot hear me anymore.
Yeah, he did say that, yeah.
Now I see it. Okay. But you can hear me, Yuta. And I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear as well. It's just Mike.
We just lost Mike, okay.
Is it on hitting button? Oh, okay.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.